How to learn about the role of food in the body. This article gives an overview about the role of food in maintaining a state of homeostasis in the body. The roles of proteins and carbohydrates and lipids in the body are discussed. Steps 1. Understand that the body of humans is made mostly of organic chemical compounds which each has certain role that it serves in the body. Some of these molecules are exceedingly complex in its structure and function, such as the molecules of DNA and RNA. Other molecules in the body are very simple in structure but are also very important for maintaining homeostasis in the body. An example is the neurotransmitter epinephrine, which is a relatively simple molecule in its structure but is of immense importance for the mediation of the function of the autonomic nervous system. The molecules inside the body undergo chemical changes on a constant basis that are part of the total metabolism that occurs in the body. Metabolic processes in the body are chemical reactions that are required for the purpose of sustaining the existence of the individual. For example, the metabolism of neurotransmitters in the autonomic nervous system is partly mediated by enzymes that can terminate its function by modifying its chemical structure at the synapses between neurons. 2. Learn about metabolic pathways and enzymes. These chemical processes in the body in which are called metabolic pathways require enzymes and energy. This is in addition to the requirement for crude material in the form of chemical compounds that we call nutrients. These compounds are required because the supplementary amount of nutrients in the body that is stored in polymers in certain tissues such as the liver and adipose tissue can be replenished if used extensively by the body cells. Therefore, these compounds must be compensated by an outer source of nutrients that can come from the ingestion of food. 3. Understand the importance of food. Food is required by all human and animals as a source of chemical compounds for the process of maintaining homeostatic function in the body. For example, amino acids are on a constant basis undergoing metabolic reactions that lead to its conversion to other substrates by a deamination process that consumes most of the amino acids that are available in the body. Therefore, supplementary amount of this important molecule is required by the body. Also, these amino acids are required for the production of proteins in the body that serve important functions such as the enzymes in the body. The ultimate source of these amino acids is the ingestion of supplementary amounts of food that is rich in proteins product. These proteins are ingested in intact form and needs to be decomposed to its individual amino acids before it can be used by the body cells. This is achieved in the intestine by the process of digestion. The process of digestion is a very efficient one that can convert most of the ingested food in the intestine into valuable molecules for the body. This process of digestion is mediated by specific enzymes in the body that are secreted in an exocrine fashion to the inner surface of the intestine. 4. Understand the vital role of carbohydrates. In addition to food rich in proteins, also food that is rich in carbohydrates is very important for the proper function of the cells in the body. Carbohydrates are the ultimate source of the important sugar of glucose. This sugar is especially important for the function of the brain in humans, which rely on this sugar as an ultimate source for the generation of energy in the body in the form of ADP molecules. Glucose can also be synthesized in the body in a limited amount by the process of gluconeogenesis, which is a process for the generation of glucose-form amino acids in cases of hypoglycemia in the body. This process is restricted to the liver and the kidney in humans. Due to its important physiologic role in the body, glucose is stored in the liver in the form of glycogen, which is a biopolymer that is degraded and is used in the case of glucose deficiency in the body. The ultimate source of this important molecule for the body is food that is rich in carbohydrates such as the sugar sucrose. This sugar is treated in the intestine and is being degraded to its mono-sugar constituents by the process of digestion that uses the enzyme amylase for this purpose. This enzyme is specific and selective for the digestion of carbohydrates and is secreted by the pancreatic cells. 5. Learn about the other type of compounds in the body that need to be renewed on a constant basis. These are the fatty acids group of compounds. Fatty acids are used in the body for the synthesis of important molecules such as the cholesterol molecule. Also, fatty acids are used in certain cases to generate energy instead of the glucose molecules. This occurs, for example, in diabetic patients which rely in their metabolism on fatty acids and not on glucose for the generation of ADP. Fatty acids are obtained from food that is rich in lipids or triglycerides. These compounds are ingested in the body and are degraded to its fatty acids constituents by the action of a special enzyme that is called lipase. This enzyme is specific and selective for the degradation process of lipids. Fatty acids can be of two types, these are saturated and unsaturated types. Saturated fatty acids are usually water-insoluble and therefore can precipitate in the blood arteries, causing potentially blocking of the blood passageway in the arteries. The reason why saturated fatty acids are not water-soluble is that they have hydrophobic chemical structure that is repelled by the polar molecules of water.